Now, very quickly before the video starts, I do want to mention that this was recorded during the playoff stage of the major, but obviously now it's concluded. All of our talking points in today's video about the major, which isn't too much, is still relevant, such as future updates for stickers, sales, capsules, and even the map pool change in early 2025 based off the stats from the Shanghai Major. Today's video, we've also added in a brand new segment based on the recent new all-time high player count and peak viewership from the major over this last week. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Back to the video. So over the last few weeks, the Shanghai Major started, which just feels like yesterday, but now since we're entering the playoff and end stage of the major, it's going to be ending early next week on December 15th. The stickers are going to be going 75% off, and Valve is going to release the final updates of 2024. Those are going to include final touch-ups, content, and possibly the 2025 service medal. Over the last 24 hours, with no puns intended, there's been some pretty major announcements by PGL. Valve now seems to have competition with Fortnite, and no, I'm not joking, they're making and releasing their own version of Counter-Strike, which pretty much is a clone, which the mode itself will be out by the time this video goes up. Today's video, we're going to discuss all that alongside a bunch more. Now, today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a CS2 buying and trading marketplace that will fulfill all your skin needs. If you choose to deposit your in-game items and or if real-life cash, SkinsMonkey can do it all. Now, if you choose to trade yet you need to top up your balance, you can do so by using my code MANDO for up to a free $5, and alongside depositing, you get an additional 35% deposit bonus. With SkinsMonkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Now, firstly for today's video is a discussion of the final days of the Shanghai Major. Now that the playoffs have just started, players and fans, including Valve devs, are going nuts. And when I mean Valve, I mean by Valve on social media. The CS2 Twitter account is going crazy. What's weird is that devs tend not to talk or update the game this much, or at least just in general, especially during a CS Major. So far, we've seen map changes and changes for maps that are actually pretty big, or maps that are also not even in the competitive map pool. So it wasn't really a priority. They're also sending out tweets and replies on the daily to fans, pros, and other people within the CS space, which is just pretty awesome to see. The question is by many, including myself, is will we see this continued after the major is completed? Now, going forward, Valve is going to release the Champions capsule, which is most likely going to release by the end of next week, and in 2 to 3 weeks, possibly a month's time, we're going to see the 75% off sale, where everything from the Shanghai Major, aside from a couple of things, are going to be 75% off. And depending on how well these stickers sell, they could be on sale from anywhere from 2 to 4 to possibly even 6 months, but most likely it's just that range of 2 to 4. Now, near the end of 2024, which is pretty much just over the next couple of weeks, Valve will be sending out brand new service medals for 2024 and a possible refresh to CS2's Armory Pass. But in my opinion, that's going to be coming in early 2025 when the sticker sale is possibly removed so devs can spread out more content. Not to mention that the Armory Pass does need a refresh in the matter of 30 days to get rid of the currently limited time item, that being the Desert Heat Treated. In my opinion, the whole pass is going to be refreshed since Valve has sent in emails, data mines, but also just makes sense that this isn't going to be removed anytime soon. It just makes too much money and has great player retention. Now, speaking of the Shanghai Major, some of the stats are in, and though they're not final, that being the major, it's not completed, this gives us an idea of what's to come specifically for the map pool. Now, these are the stats from the most and least played maps during the major so far. I think most players, including myself, knew this was going to happen most likely sometime even before the major, but Vertigo, in my opinion, is most likely leaving after the major and will be replaced with Overpass or Train, though I think Train is probably more likely. And I think it's also possible that we see both Overpass and Train added to the pool, or we just get one extra map. It's time, and it's been far too long. Vertigo has had its kind of limelight, and it's been in the game for so long for especially being played so little. And second to last up for today's video is Fortnite's port of Counter-Strike, that being Fortnite Ballistic. Now, for the time frame I'm scheduling this video to go up, the mode will have already been out for a couple of days, and so far I've planned for 2 separate videos breaking down the mode and comparing it to Counter-Strike. But yes, it's essentially a Counter-Strike ripoff, and it actually doesn't look half bad. A lot of players in the CS community are saying this will kill CS, when in reality, it might take some players away, but not for the long term. I think this will most likely take a toll on Valorant's player count and Call of Duty's player base, but who really knows what Fortnite and Epic has in store? With an anti-cheat, good servers, consistent updates, and already a big audience, I don't really see why us, the Counter-Strike players, shouldn't really give this a try, and this also won't be successful. I think if you are a CS player, maybe a little bored of what's happening recently, go try it out, see if you like it. The only thing that doesn't have like Counter-Strike is the skin trading. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Valve has to step up their game to kind of get on par with every other developer, or do you think they have it in the bag? I mean, CS is and has been hitting all-time high recent player records. Meanwhile, new titles are giving CS a possible run for its money, which that is, I guess, somewhat subjective. Now, this is myself on the post edit once again, and I quickly want to mention this most recent all-time high player count for Counter-Strike 2. Over this last week, for starters, the viewership of the Shanghai Major peaked at 1.33 million, and that's also not including other broadcasts and Chinese platforms. So it's safe to say it was very high. I'm thinking it was probably higher than normal. This has also caused the official CS2 player count to hit 1.74 million active players, which the game's all-time high was a year and a half ago during CS2's reveal at 1.8 million, and now this is obviously the closest we've come to that since the inception of CS2. Mainly, in my opinion, I think it's based off the major being so successful, but also players possibly realizing CS2 isn't as bad as it seemed at launch, especially after seeing so many matches played throughout this tournament. Over this next week, we're going to have an in-depth review out of the Shanghai Major, what it did right, what it did wrong, what it can improve, and based off the stats that we have in maps throughout the major, what maps are going to go, what maps are going to come in, and what will be changed for Counter-Strike in the near future. I'll catch you you guys in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, Fallout.